Hey, welcome to Story Time with Gigi. Today we're reading a story from the school zone called Bumble Bear Pointing the Way. I found this book at my local Dollar Tree. I love the books at Dollar Tree. They get some really nice ones in there. This book was written by James Hoffman and illustrated by John Sanford. Bumble Bear loved honey. The cottage where he lived with his family had shelf upon shelf of honey jars. Oh, there were jars filled with raspberry and strawberry jam, but the honey jars were empty. Bumble Bear usually bumbled his plans to fill those jars with honey. His wife, Gwendolyn, and their cubs, Wear and Tear, kindly said nothing. Bumble Bear's stomach always rumbled for honey. Bumble Bear spent hours trying to learn the secrets of getting honey. He buzzed through his drawings and books about bees and hives. Over and over he mumbled, "Where bees are, honey is." Then one day he looked at the two basic rules on his wall. Where hives are, bees are, and where bees and hives are, honey is. Hives, therefore, are full of honey, thought Bumble Bear. With a towering stack of plans, Bumble Bear marched into his workshop. Wear and Tear and Gwendolyn Bear heard sawing and hammering and once a great roar. Bumble Bear had fumbled, hitting his paw with a hammer. See, she's drinking her tea and it scared her. And their drink spilled. At last, the door to the workshop burst open. Bumble Bear marched out with an armful of signs and a crazy hive-like contraption. Down to the meadow he went with the new hive and signs. Some of the signs were just pictures in case the bees couldn't read. But bees are smart, thought Bumble Bear. That's why he made some signs with words, too. And all of them pointed the way to the wonderful new hive. At the end of his trail of signs, Bumble Bear placed the new hive he had made and the last sign, which read, "Comb, sweet comb." He scratched his head as he looked at it. It just doesn't look quite as good as a natural hive, he thought. Maybe that is because a real hive is full of honey. Bumble Bear waited by the new hive all day with hopes that the bees would soon arrive. See all the signs pointing the way. But the bees did not follow the signs. They did not move into their new home. Off in the distance, though, at the old hive, Bumble Bear thought he heard hammering and sawing. The next morning, Bumble Bear looked into the empty new hive. "Time for another plan," he said, and taking the wheelbarrow, he headed down to the meadow. "Those bees are moving whether they like it or not," he grumbled. Bumble Bear had planned to wheel the bees straight to their new home. When he got to the hive, he wrapped his arms around it and lifted it up. Suddenly, Bumble Bear found himself in a cloud of angry bees. Buzzing furiously, the bees formed an arrow, and Bumble Bear took the hint. He started to run in the direction the bees pointed, straight towards the forest. As he hurried and stumbled and ran and tumbled, he noticed the bees had made signs of their own. He followed those signs straight up a tree, tearing his clothes as he climbed higher and higher. Bumbled again, he thought, peering out of the leaves, watching the bees. Later, when the coast was clear, Bumble Bear trudged home in his underwear, grumbling. Wear and Tear and Gwendolyn Bear watched from the cottage windows, not saying a word. That night, Bumble Bear started thinking and studying and planning again. Next time, he mumbled. Just wait until next time. She smiled and said, I have a sweet surprise. Wear and Tear were given a big comb of honey in return for the gift of your homemade hive. The bees will use it for extra storage. And that's our story. I hope you liked it. This is a School Zone book, so be sure you check out the website, schoolzone.com/Little Scholar. And this is a little app and some things for pre-K through first grade. So it's a great way to get your kids started. This is a Dollar Tree product. I like that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. Make sure that you like and subscribe and share with your friends. Bye until next time.